I don't have a song for this one. Hello there, CriterioNate here. Yikes. Number 438. Claude Jutras, Mon Oncle Antoine. 1971, 104 minutes, color, monaural, French, the rest, and aspect ratio, and all that stuff. Yeah. I don't know what to say. I'm a little confused. I mean, Criterion always confuses me, but anyway, let's get this over with. Movie's okay. The movie's whatever. No, the movie was great until I looked up Jutra's biography. I didn't realize, I'd never heard of this dude. I know anything. So I knew it was supposed to be one of the greatest Canadian films ever, and it's a Canadian-French film production. And basically, the movie's about this kid named Benoit who works with his uncle Antoine and his aunt Cecile, I think, and he's there with his with this girl, I forget her name, but like he kind of has a crush on her, and they flirt around and all that. And then there's the help, Bertrand or Raymond or something like that. What was his name? Fernand, who's played by Jutra himself. And so he's there working with the help and all that, and he's just kind of a kid, and he helps out with funeral arrangements or something, and yeah, so anyway, it's basically just kind of an observational movie until the very end. It didn't make much sense, especially the ending. The ending made absolutely no sense to me. Basically, this kid, lives with his uncle and aunt, and this little girl, and they're all around, and it's during the Christmas season, and they end up, I guess, they're getting the shop ready together for the Christmas season. And so one of their neighbors or friends, the Poulins, their son Marcel dies, and I guess Antoine has a side business where he helps transport the dead, and I guess that's one of the things he does. However, he never let Benoit come with him until this particular instance. And so he's asked to go, Benoit and Antoine go to get Marcel's body. And on the way, and while he's there, Antoine gets extremely drunk and tells Benoit to ride the horse home. And so while he's there, he has a little fun and starts to go crazy with the horse, and the horse goes too fast, and the coffin slides off the thing, and he can't get it on by himself, and Antoine is too drunk to help him, and he ends up confessing, in the fit of drunken rage, he confesses how much he hates doing this, and how he wishes he had started a business in the U.S. and so he hates dealing with he wishes he had children of his own and all that, and so Benoit's really pissed off at that, and so he finds his way back to, I guess he ends up taking Antoine back home and just leaving the coffin there, and they end up and Benoit goes in to get Ferdinand's help with Antoine, and he finds Ferdinand fooling around with his aunt, and he's shocked by this, and so they go out to find the coffin, but Antoine can't help because he's kind of hating Ferdinand now for messing around with his aunt, and so they go around and they go back to the Poulin house, and I guess the last shot is of him looking in, and they find the body, and they're all mourning him, and the mother is staring at him, like as if she's completely upset that he, that he failed this task, So yeah, and that's the movie. Now, for those of you who don't know, and I'm sure you know, was only revealed a little recently. Originally, I was going to give this movie I was going to give it a B plus because I thought it's harmless enough. I thought the relationship between Benoit and the little girl was cute. I thought they were, young love and all that. I can't do that anymore, and I'll tell you why. If you don't know already, I was doing the supplements, and I might as well just do the supplements. There's an optional English dubbed soundtrack. The trailer, which is in English and shows it all in, I guess, in French. The second disc has a 2007 47-minute documentary called On Screen, Mon Oncle Antoine, which shows the history of the film and making, and it has all these people praising it and all that. Claude Jutra, An Unfinished Story, which was a documentary from 2002, talking about his life. That's like an hour and a half long, and I was like, and sitting through that and finding out at the end what happened. And then there's a short film from 1957 called A Cherry Tale, which is this weird short film where he's like plays this guy trying to sit in a chair, and the chair like comes to life, and yeah. So anyway, I don't know why I didn't lead off on this, but I'm just trying to give you my the events as they occur. I was curious as to if there were any other. I just decided to look him up on Wikipedia, and I knew he died in 1986. However, what I didn't know is that I saw it said controversy, and I looked it up, and sure enough, apparently 30 years later, and back in 2016, because this DVD was published in 2008, and funny enough, it's still in print. Anyway, what I'm trying to get at is Claude Jutra apparently. It came out in 2006 that Claude Jutra was a pedophile, and he had I guess sexual relationship with a 6-year-old kid, and that just totally soured my. And I was like looking it up as I was watching A Cherry Tale, and I was like, oh, that totally just changes things. Apparently, like it was revealed in a biography, and then they interviewed one of the victims of his sexual abuse, and it was confirmed. And he confirmed the story, and apparently within 24 hours of that publication, the Canadian Prime Minister at the time, I forget her name, Helene something or other, requested that the Prix Jutra, which is this prize, I guess this film prize, his name be scrubbed from all the awards he won and all the awards and all that, and all the streets that were named after him had to be renamed, and all within 24 hours too. And so it's just how quickly that dude fell, and I guess it's interesting, in light of the recent Me Too movement, just how it's how we are quick to erase someone from history if they have done something vile or despicable. Me personally, I don't support pedophilia or anything like that, and so that's why I can't give this film a good rating. Even though it may be it's though on the outside it looks like a harmless film, the fact that the director did all this shit, I can't support that, and it's same thing with don't know what the fuck I'm going to do when I get to Tiny Furniture, Lena Dunham, because it's been well publicized that she bragged about molesting her younger sister, when she was a kid. So it's how do you go past the art, how do you look past that? Again, this was published before it came to light. I guess no one knew. Or I guess the article said on Wikipedia said that people knew, but nobody really cared. It just wasn't. They just didn't do anything about it. And that's sad. I mean, I'm glad that we know now. I'm glad we know now that he did some evil shit. And so because of that, I can't give it a good rating. I'm giving it a D-. I'm sorry. I would give this an F. If the movie was terrible, I would give it an absolute F. But the movie was not terrible. But it's just the director, and we put so much. Criterion put so much pressure and attention on the director. What do you do if the director is a horrible human being? With these fucked up thoughts. What do you do? So anyway, Mon Oncle Antoine, D-, rotten pieces. Anyway. Feel free to discuss this below. I went into this. I didn't know how to go about going through this review. Finding that out at the last minute. I almost didn't. Again, almost didn't look it up, and one of you guys would have told me. But yeah, the thing is, Criterion still has it in print, but Criterion doesn't care, obviously. Otherwise, they wouldn't have put a movie in like Sweet Movie. They don't care about that crap. Criterion doesn't give a shit if their directors or actors are serial killers or rapists or anything like that. All they care about is making a buck. And as cheap, as high as their DVDs are and Blu-rays are, obviously they're trying to make mega bucks. So anyway, fight me. That's all I can say. Anyway, at least we got a good one. At least we got a good one coming up next. Yeah, Tati wasn't no child rapist. Oh yeah, at least I hope not. Yes. Traffic tomorrow, be good stuff. Good, hopefully. I haven't seen this one, even though I have. Obviously this is from my collection and from the Jock Tati set. I haven't gone through it, so we will get to that tomorrow, and then probably Wednesday or probably Thursday. Yeah, Thursday we'll get to Brand Upon the Brain, and then again I gotta get to ordering the next couple, whatever's next in the set. I can't remember. I know we've got the Les Earrings du Madame. One of that one is coming. La Rondeur. I can't remember the names of a few French films coming up. More French films. Hopefully not by child molesters. So anyway, that's it for me. Thank you for watching. Don't be a rapist. There you are. And we will see you all tomorrow for a good movie by a good director. Traffic. Until then, goodbye.